Uber is a name that has become, well, pretty much synonymous with getting a ride at the touch of a button. It's a technology company that connects people who need a ride with drivers willing to provide one, all through a simple smartphone application. The company also delivers food and other goods, operating in thousands of cities around the world. For many, hailing an Uber has actually replaced the traditional act of waving down a taxi on a busy street corner. This simple idea has, fundamentally changed urban transportation for millions of people, making it more accessible and convenient than ever before. It created a new category of service that countless others have tried to imitate. The idea for Uber was born out of a simple frustration on a snowy Paris evening in 2008. The founders, Garrett Camp and Travis Kalanick, were struggling to find a cab. They wondered if there could be a better way to get a ride using their phones. This thought sparked the creation of UberCab in 2009. They envisioned a service that would allow users to request a premium black car with a single tap. The goal was to provide a seamless, reliable, and almost magical experience for users, taking the hassle out of finding transportation in a crowded city and making every user feel like they had a personal driver. The company officially launched its service in San Francisco in May 2010. In its early days, it was a niche, high-end service, a stark contrast to the global giant it is today. Kalanick, who took on the role of CEO, brought an aggressive and relentless drive to the company's expansion strategy. He believed in moving fast and breaking things, a philosophy that would really define Uber's early years. This approach meant entering new markets quickly, often before local regulations could catch up. This bold strategy was key to its rapid initial growth, establishing the Uber brand in city after city before competitors had a chance to react. From its humble beginnings as UberCab, the company quickly evolved. It dropped cab from its name to avoid direct conflict with taxi regulations and to broaden its appeal beyond just premium cars. The service was not just about luxury, it was about efficiency and accessibility. The founders had tapped into a deep-seated need for better urban mobility. Their vision was not just to improve the taxi experience, but to create a completely new system for transportation. This foundational idea was powerful enough to attract early investors and talented employees who were eager to be part of a company that was promising to change the world, one ride at a time. Uber's growth in the years following its launch was nothing short of explosive. The company expanded from San Francisco to other major US cities, and then rapidly across the globe. This aggressive expansion was fueled by massive venture capital funding, which allowed Uber to offer subsidies to both riders and drivers, making the service incredibly attractive. Under Travis Kalanick's leadership, the company entered market after market, often ignoring local laws and battling with taxi commissions. This strategy, while controversial, was highly effective in establishing a dominant global presence. It was a period of hyper-growth that saw Uber become a household name in an astonishingly short amount of time. As the company grew, it also diversified its offerings beyond the original black car service. It introduced UberX, a lower-cost option that allowed people to drive their own personal vehicles, which massively increased the supply of drivers and made the service affordable for a much wider audience. This was a pivotal moment that transformed Uber from a luxury service into a mainstream transportation alternative. Following this success, the company launched Uber Eats in 2014, applying its logistics technology to the world of food delivery. This move proved to be incredibly successful, eventually becoming a massive part of Uber's overall business and a lifeline for restaurants during the global pandemic. By 2025, Uber's scale had become immense. The platform boasts over 150 million monthly active users who rely on its services for transportation and delivery. It operates in more than 13,000 cities across numerous countries, completing over 30 million trips every single day. The company is powered by a global network of more than 8 million drivers and couriers who use the platform to earn an income. These figures, honestly, illustrate the profound integration of Uber into the fabric of daily life for a significant portion of the global population. The sheer volume of transactions highlights its position as a dominant force in the modern gig economy. The leadership of the company also underwent a significant transformation. In 2017, amid a series of public controversies, Travis Kalanick resigned as CEO. He was replaced by Dara Khosrowshahi, the former CEO of Expedia. Khosrowshahi's appointment marked a new era for Uber, one focused on mending its public image, improving its corporate culture, and steering the company towards sustainable profitability. Under his guidance, Uber went public in 2019 and began to moderate its aggressive expansion, focusing more on operational efficiency and achieving the financial stability that eluded it during its years of rapid, unchecked growth. Despite its incredible success, Uber's journey has been filled with significant challenges. One of the most persistent issues has been its relationship with regulators and local governments. From its inception, Uber's model of using independent contractors often clashed with existing taxi and labor laws. This led to legal battles, protests, and outright bans in several cities and countries around the world. The company has had to constantly negotiate its right to operate, adapting its business model to comply with a patchwork of different rules. These regulatory hurdles have been a constant drain on resources and have created uncertainty in many of its key markets. Competition has also been a fierce and constant pressure. The ride-hailing industry has low barriers to entry, meaning new competitors can emerge relatively easily. In the United States, Lyft has been Uber's primary rival, leading to intense price wars for both riders and drivers. Globally, Uber has faced strong local competitors like Didi in China and Grab in Southeast Asia. In many cases, Uber found it more strategic to sell its local operations to these rivals in exchange for a stake in their company. This intense competition makes it difficult to raise prices, putting constant pressure on the company's profitability and market share. Perhaps the most complex challenge for Uber is balancing the needs of its drivers with its own financial goals. The company's business model relies on a vast network of independent contractors, and driver satisfaction is crucial for maintaining a reliable service. However, drivers have frequently raised concerns about low pay, a lack of benefits, and the company's policies. Protests and strikes by drivers have become common in many cities. Uber continually struggles to find the right balance, as increasing driver pay and benefits directly impacts its bottom line and its ability to offer low prices to riders, creating a difficult and ongoing operational dilemma. Finally, the company has faced a long and arduous path to profitability. For most of its history, Uber lost billions of dollars each year as it spent heavily on expansion, marketing, and driver incentives to fuel its growth. Investors poured money into the company based on its potential to dominate the future of transportation, but the persistent losses raised questions about the long-term viability of its business model. Under Dara Khosrowshahi, the company has made significant strides, cutting costs and focusing on its core profitable segments. Achieving its first annual profit in 2023 was a major milestone, but maintaining that profitability remains a key challenge. Uber's impact on how people move around cities is undeniable and will be its most enduring legacy. The company single-handedly popularized the concept of ride-hailing and set the standard for on-demand services. It made transportation more accessible for many, offering a convenient alternative in areas underserved by public transit or traditional taxis. The transparency of seeing a car's location on a map, knowing the fare upfront, and using a cashless payment system created a user experience that has since been copied by countless other industries. Uber did not just build a company, it fundamentally changed consumer expectations for convenience and immediacy in the digital age. The company has also profoundly shaped the modern labor market by popularizing the gig economy. By providing a flexible way for millions of people to earn money on their own schedule, Uber offered a new kind of work. This has been celebrated for its flexibility, but also heavily criticized for its lack of traditional employment protections, such as minimum wage, health insurance, and paid time off. This has sparked a global debate about the future of work and the legal classification of gig workers. Uber's model has become a central case study in the ongoing discussion about how society should adapt to new forms of employment in the 21st century. Looking to the future, Uber is focused on becoming the all-encompassing platform for movement. Its strategy extends beyond just rides and food delivery. The company is investing in freight logistics with Uber Freight and exploring new modes of urban mobility, such as electric bikes and scooters. One of its most ambitious long-term goals is the integration of autonomous vehicles into its network. While it sold its own self-driving unit, it has partnered with leading companies like Waymo to bring driverless cars onto its platform. The ultimate vision is a seamless, multimodal transportation network where a single app can manage a user's entire journey. In conclusion, Uber's story is a quintessential tale of modern technological disruption. It began with a simple idea to solve a common problem and grew into a global giant that has reshaped industries and sparked societal debates. While it continues to navigate complex challenges related to competition, regulation, and labor, its core innovation has permanently altered our urban landscapes. The company has demonstrated a remarkable ability to adapt, evolving from an aggressive startup to a more mature public company focused on sustainable growth. Uber's journey is far from over, but its mark on the world is already indelible.